Celtics predicted to cut ties with $100 million guard, acquire 7-foot high-flying denier. 1 Boston's off-season context, the championship window. For a decade, the Boston Celtics have been a model of balance. Superstar talent, veteran leadership, and deep rotational pieces combine to create one of the league's most respected rosters. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are in the peak of their primes, Derek White and Peyton Pritchard provide steady guard play, and Robert Williams has offered defensive reliability. Yet even the best rosters have flaws. Boston's most glaring deficiency? A true long-term, defensive-minded center who can anchor the paint. Al Horford's likely departure to Golden State removes not only a key interior defender but also a locker-room leader whose intelligence and experience have been invaluable in playoff runs. Kristaps Porzingis' exit leaves a void in size and rim protection, creating a perfect storm for Boston management. 2. The evolution of the center position in Boston. Historically, Boston has valued rim protection and defensive discipline. From Bill Russell's dominance in the 1960s to Kevin Garnett's two-way brilliance, and more recently Horford's cerebral interior presence, the Celtics have relied on big men who influence the game without requiring high usage offensively. Walker Kessler fits that mold. At 24, he brings youth, athleticism, and instincts that echo the Celtics' championship archetypes: high IQ, efficient scoring, and elite shot blocking. 3. Walker Kessler's game, analytics and strengths. Kessler's stats are impressive, but his advanced metrics make him particularly attractive. Defensive rating, among the top 5% for centers last season. Block percentage, elite rim protector, altering shots without fouling. True shooting percentage, efficient scoring, only takes high percentage shots. Kessler is also a flexible defender, able to switch onto guards in small ball situations, something the Celtics will need against elite modern offenses. He doesn't need the ball to impact the game, which complements Boston's scorers perfectly. From Anthony Simons, what Boston would lose. Simons is a dynamic scorer capable of explosive outings. Last season, he averaged over 20 points per game, with shooting splits that showcase his versatility. However, on Boston's loaded roster, his role overlaps with existing perimeter scorers, reducing his marginal value. The Celtics' calculus is simple: maximize roster balance over individual talent. Simons would thrive in Utah, where he could be the primary option, whereas Boston needs defensive impact and paint presence. 5. Utah's perspective, a strategic swap. For the Jazz, acquiring Simons makes strategic sense. Utah is evolving, with young players like Kyle Filipowski showing promise as a versatile frontcourt piece. Simons offers immediate scoring punch and fits a guard-heavy offensive system. Nurkic adds veteran depth and can mentor young bigs while playing a secondary role. The Jazz effectively swap a defensive anchor for offensive firepower, aligning with their long-term vision. 6. A salary cap and trade mechanics. Boston must navigate CBA rules and cap restrictions. Kessler's contract is team-friendly, making him highly valuable. Utah will likely demand draft capital, potentially multiple first-round picks. Boston must weigh short-term championship potential versus long-term cost, a classic dilemma in NBA front office strategy. 7. Historical comparisons. Boston has made bold trades for big men before. 2007, trading for Kevin Garnett mid-season propelled the team to a title. 1980s, acquiring Robert Parrish and draft picks created a dynasty. In both cases, Boston prioritized immediate impact over future flexibility, showing that well-timed big man acquisitions can reshape the franchise. 8. Eastern Conference dynamics. Adding Kessler strengthens Boston's positioning in the East. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, New York, and Miami all have strong front courts. Kessler provides rim protection, allowing Tatum and Brown to play aggressively on offense without worrying about paint collapses. Boston's potential starting lineup post-trade: PG, Derek White SG, Jaylen Brown SF, Jason Tatum PF, role player rotation C, Walker Kessler. The roster balances shooting, defense, and size, ideal for playoff contention. 9. Risk versus reward. Every trade carries risk. Kessler is young, his development may stall. Simons could become a star elsewhere. Draft capital is valuable, and losing it could affect future flexibility. Yet the reward is compelling: a defensive anchor, rim protection, and a piece that complements Boston's stars while maximizing championship potential. 10. Fan and media narratives. Boston fans may initially balk at trading a flashy scorer like Simons. Utah fans may worry about losing a young defensive anchor. Analysts will debate long-term implications. Yet in the context of winning now, the narrative favors Boston: balance, fit, and championship readiness over raw scoring. 11. Future projection. If the trade occurs, 1 year, Boston stabilizes defensively, competes with Eastern elites. 3 years, Kessler reaches his prime. Boston maintains contending status. 5 years, Boston has flexibility to extend stars, leverage draft capital, or pivot if necessary. For Utah, Simons could evolve into a high-volume scorer, accelerating their rebuild and giving them an offensive identity. 4 years. 12 at the human element. Trades are more than stats, they impact players' lives. Kessler relocates to a storied franchise. Simons gains a starring role in Utah. Nurkic provides mentorship and continuity. For Boston, this move signals all-in commitment to winning now, prioritizing team cohesion and strategic fit. 13. Conclusion: a calculated gamble. Boston's window is open, and trading Simons for Kessler could be the move that ensures banner 18. Kessler may not dazzle with highlight reels, but his defensive intelligence and rim presence fill the Celtics' greatest need. For a team chasing a championship, sometimes the quiet, efficient pieces matter most. Walker Kessler could be that quiet hero for Boston.